2 straight games, but my goodness me, what hard contested quarterfinals we've had today. Well, the last of our quarterfinals and the last match on in the stadium here is men's singles, and it features the former champion Jan Jorgensen of Denmark up against Parupalli. Kashyap, of course, gold medalist from the recent Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Jan Jorgensen, the gold medalist from the European Championships earlier this year. Well, I will be intrigued to see Jan Jorgensen, because of course this will be the first time that I've really studied him playing since he had to withdraw from the World Championships in that round of last 16 when he injured his knee. Of course, he was the number 3 seed at the World Championships. But this man, I can tell you, is a very, very fine badminton player. Quarter-finalist at the London Olympic Games, quarter-finalist at last year's World Championships. He too has had his injury troubles of late, dislocated left shoulder. And listen to the reception for Jan Jorgensen. Well, we were hoping to see him last night, weren't we, Morten,
yes,
in his round of last 16, but it never materialised because he was supposed to play against the 3-time former champion here of Denmark and current Olympic champion, Lin Dan, but Lin Dan withdrew, citing a bad knee. So we haven't really seen this man tested. I say that, I got to see some of his first round match against former European champion Mark Schwiebler. Of course, Mark Schwiebler actually reached the final of this Denmark Open back in 2009. Lost out to a certain Simon Santoso. I do hope the Indonesian is well on the mend. He's been very poorly and we all wish him well. Well, this is from the bottom half of the draw, and you can see that the new world champion Chen Long, the number 2 seed and defending champion here at the Denmark Open, is already safely through to the semi-final, having beaten the French number 1 Brice Lebedez. So this the last quarter-final to be played of the day. Jan Jorgensen against Kashyap Parupalli. Now, Morten, you'll be able to give us more of an inside scoop. I gather he's played 1 match since the World Championships and he lost. And he's a little bit tentative about his full fitness.
Very much so, very much. We have this team event going on the whole season in Denmark, and he plays for one of the team in the league. And the first match actually against, inverted commas, my club, he did not take part. And then in the second round, he actually played, but he lost it, and I'm just whacking my brain. I cannot remember who it was.
We'll come back to that then. You can get your thinking cap on as we look at Kashyap Parupalli, the 28-year-old born in Mumbai. And as you can see, yesterday against Dionysius Hayam Rambaka of Indonesia, went the full distance, and in fact he saved a match point at 19-20 down in that deciding game before coming through in an hour and 10 minutes. So to his opponent, the 26-year-old Jan Jorgensen from Aalborg in North Jutland. And as I was saying, he's a former champion here of the Denmark Open. 2010, he won the title, beating former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat in the final. His win-loss record for the year, well, he's won 2 titles, those European Championships I was mentioning, and also the Indonesia Premier Super Series event. That really was a fantastic result for him. Beat Kenichi Tago in the final, having beaten Chen Long in the semi-final. Well, there is confirmation that he beat Mark Schwiebler in the first round, and Lin Dan gave him a walkover in the second round. So for Jan Jorgensen, 9 tournaments so far this year, twice he's had to retire injured partway through the tournament, partway through matches in the Malaysian Super Series, and then of course in the World Championships. Well, this, as you can see, is the 6th meeting between these two men, Jan Jorgensen having won 4 of the previous 5. And in fact, Jan Jorgensen has won the last 3, including that match at the Malaysia Super Series that we saw there. That was the round of last 16, 21-18, 21-15. Only time it has been 3 games was the only time that Kashyap Parupalli beat his opponent, which was in the first round of the Hong Kong Super Series event of 2012. What a match that was. I remember watching it 22-20 in the deciding game.
Ready? Okay.
So Fabio Betto of Italy, our umpire.
India. And on my left, Jorgensen, Denmark. Parupalli Kashyap to serve.
He lost to Scott Evans.
Level.
From Ireland.
Flag.
Yes.
I knew it'd come to you.
Thank you very much.
1, no.
Missed it.
Favourite shot. The attack from that forehand side down the line and the follow-up.
No.
All service fault calls struck above the waist, says Ian Ross, our service judge from England. Now, we saw him yesterday as service judge. He was very sharp on the men's doubles, wasn't he?
Yes, he was tough on them.
What was it, the first 5 points or something?
5 out of 7.
5 out of 7 service faults called.
Oh, it's long, isn't it? Yes, it is long. But what a good shot that was. Really very cleverly played by Kashyap. That one there.
Yeah, nicely done. And that's good character. I like that because of what the fans were doing and chanting for Jorgensen.
Yes, yeah.
Not intimidated at all, Kashyap. You know, of course, we had the pleasure of watching him win his gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow.
Yeah, he had to fight hard for it, but he deserved it.
Very much so. Beat Derek Wong of Singapore in the final in 3 games. Well, Kashyap's world ranking down 1 place this week to 28, but he has been as high as 6. And that is because of all the injury problems that he's had. Oh my goodness, indecision there from Jorgensen.
Yes.
Clever.
Yeah, good play. But here we see some of Jan's speed. The way he's, look at that, how quickly he get up to it there. And even played with a bended arm to disguise it, but he's very quick on his feet.
Oh, that is beautiful. The disguise with the slice straight down the line. Wonderful. Look at that. Now tell me, Morton, I've been wondering for years, what is this clicking from the coaches instead of a clap?
It's nothing. It's the fashion statement. It's nothing.
Service over. 5-7.
I like I could get you to laugh now and again.
The point there now, is that because of the drift sideways?
That's what he's indicating. And we have noticed that sometimes on the other line, it's coming back in.
Yeah.
So that it's maybe got a point.
Well, that's going to go out then if there's a drift that way.
Yeah.
Service over. 8-6.
That's wide. You know, I always think that Kashyap Parupalli is probably one of the most underestimated players in world badminton. I know he's had a difficult time of late with his injury problems, but, you know, when we talk about Indian badminton players, of course, the two women, outstanding women, the Olympic bronze medalist Saina Nehwal and the two-time World Championship bronze medalist PV Sindhu, there's so much in the forefront of our minds that it's almost, maybe I'm the one that's guilty of not also thinking about Kashyap, because, you know, quarter-final of the Olympic Games, first Indian player, a male player to reach a quarter-final. He was a match point away from a bronze medal at the 2013 World Championships against Du Pengyu.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very, very good player.
He's a very skillful player.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've obviously been watching him over the years, and he's got a certain laziness to his game.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I would like him to be a lot more aggressive from his round-ahead position. It's too easy to play towards his backhand side and then force him to play the backhand. And he must use more energy in order to get around it and play a forehand shot. And if he do that, I think his game will game a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, going back on Indian badminton, they do really well in the top 100, but we take that.
Du spiller fint. Du har dejlig bevægelighed, ikke? Bare husk en gang imellem en tidligere overspilning, og så skal der højde på dine maskeringer. Okay? Det er det mest vigtige, at du bare lige har en tidlig maskering med, for eksempel når han spiller blødt, hvis du ikke er i perfekt position. Ikke? Men lige en maskering på, og så op over ham. Og altid maskeringer på din forbane. Han er rigtig svært ved at se. Så hvis du trykker ned mod hans baghånd, ikke? Over for din, så dæk herover, han spiller den lige ned.
Ja, så skal jeg passe på med de her fladen over midten fra min forhånd.
Ja.
Sejler ud.
Ja. Men god bevægelighed, tempoet op, som du har her, og så ligger og vente derinde, ikke? Ja. Ser godt ud herudefra.
ठीक है
So
सामने से बॉक्स के
Jonathan?
ठीक है
Jonathan?
और उसको कॉर्नर में भागा हाँ
So play resumes.
Push long.
So what was Jonathan saying there, Morten?
He's happy with the movement, and that's the main thing. If you have had an injury, obviously movement is the main thing, and he's very happy with that, and obviously giving a lot of encouragement to Jan on that account. Always wants to have a disguise when he plays from the net, because playing with the disguise is slowing Kashyap down quite a lot. And then he's talking about pace, really want to play more pace, and then having patience just to wait for his opportunity.
Yeah.
That's out.
And that's the one that bothers you.
Yes, so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Too lazy.
It's too lazy. It's too easy. You know, when you play men in singles, you're looking for save havens. You're looking for safe corners to play.
10,
And
12.
if there's a corner that's safe in men's singles, it's the backhand side of Kashyap. You know, if any kind of trouble, see if you can play a small disguise and play it over there, and he will turn around and play a backhand, and you're off the hook.
Yeah.
That was really used, yeah.
Oh, indecision. You know, that's the sort of thing that so many people ask me about, you know, what's the difference between match fitness and physical fitness. That's the sort of shot. You get so into the zone when you're used to playing matches, your spatial awareness, you just know what's in and what's out. And when you've been forced off the court for a short while, you lose that awareness.
Yes.
So physically you can move to the corner maybe and your movement may be fine.
But you get in doubt.
Yes.
13, 11.
Yeah, it's a clever smash. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good smash.
Service over. 12-14.
That's interesting. You see that? Kashyap picking up the shuttle, getting ready so soon. He's stressing him now. He's stressing him again.
13.
Getting ready. Don't give him a chance to think.
That's fine, play on. No, thank you.
Now the umpire saying we don't need the court
Thank you.
mopped. Well, he did go down on his knees during that rally. I think that was a slightly harsh decision.
Service over. 14-15.
That's good.
That's better. That's what you want to see.
Yes.
15-all.
Kashyap is really trying to stress Jan. And he's doing it really well. That's a nice lift. That's good length.
Service over. 16-15.
Too flat. It's gone long.
Service over. 16-all.
That was a good wide serve. Very clever move by Kashyap.
Well, the line judges.
Challenge, instant review system. No problem. I'm checking. Yes, you're not asking. I am asking the challenge. Nobody will lose challenges. I am asking that.
Yeah, well, that's good
Nobody's
umpiring
asking
because the line judge said he was unsighted, and therefore Fabio Beto of Italy says that I will ask for Hawkeye to make the decision. Crikey!
That's close.
Service over.
Very, very close.
16.
Yeah, I think slight bit of drift,
Yeah, sideways.
yeah, made the difference. Oh, touched the net. Yeah, umpire calls a fault.
Service over. 17-18.
That could be interesting to see if we get that in slow motion. Wrong angle.
Jan knew though, didn't he?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was that obvious. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
hint.
Yeah, so umpire did well to spot that.
I think so.
Oh, level once more, 18 all.
All.
Well, I'm surprised at this stage that they're allowed to towel down.
Thank you.
Very much taking his time.
You can say that again.
Give an inch and you take a mile.
Yes. So,
18 all.
have a little game here.
Right.
mental game.
Yes. What judgment.
Service over.
Yeah, that takes guts. You've got to be quite sure.
18.
Yeah, my goodness me.
See, I think Jan has stopped to hit for winners. And I think, you know, when he's getting these opportunities, he must go for the big winner now and again to add on the pressure. Like what Kashuk is doing there.
Yeah.
Jan has stopped playing the full power smash. He's going for 60–70%, and that's not good enough. He's got to threaten, and he's got to play that winner now and again. And he's had a few good opportunities where he's just played kind of half smashes.
Play.
Who's going to have the game point? 19 all. Oh, I thought that was going long. Oh, that's in.
That's not only in, that's way in.
Yeah.
20. Game point.
And there's that spatial awareness, the difference between match fitness and... Well, the game points
Let me see.
has come to Kashuk Parupalli.
Play on.
Well, that's extraordinary. Normally when a player is serving, if they want to change the shuttle,
20.
given the directive we were talking about a little earlier, that is surprising.
That's going against it in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Good low serve. That's good play.
Yeah.
Game.
Well. Well played, Kashuk Parupalli.
First game won by Parupalli Kashuk, 21-19.
Umpire confirms 21-19. 21 minutes needed. And that misjudgment at the back of the court from Jorgensen has cost him dear.
Ja, men det er egentlig okay, fordi at, altså, det er ikke for, at han skruer tempoet op. Ikke?
Jamen, jeg synes godt nok... jeg tvivler der.
Ja, det kan man godt se derude.
Det er i stængerne.
Ja, men prøv at høre, når du kommer helt frem, ikke?
Ja.
Så går han ikke på den kort.
Det er tunge.
Jo, prøv at høre. Når du kommer helt frem, og du er i en god position, hvor du vil lave det der holdte blok, der er der altså plads til overspilning. Fordi nu er han begyndt at søge frem, hver gang du kommer løbende fremad. Ja, ikke?
Jo, jeg er lidt andet sted lige nu.
Okay, hvor er du? Tvivler du?
Ja.
Okay.
Jeg får den fremad, mand.
Ja, men prøv at høre her. God tid.
Jeg bliver for tusk i sæt her.
Ja, men nej, du skal ikke tuske det. Du skal arbejde rigtig hårdt derinde, og du skal vise over for ham, at du er villig til det her også. Ja, ikke?
Jo, men det er sådan, at det er bukserne, hvor han tør at spille lange bolde, ikke?
Ja, men han aner ikke, om du er træt eller ej. Nej. Og der er ingen grund til, at du giver ham den følelse. Tag nu god tid mellem duellerne. Fordi når du spiller det rigtige badminton, så er du langt bedre.
Det plejer bare at være mine ting, ikke?
Jo, men det er også okay, det har vi også snakket om, at det er okay, du tvivler på det. Den del.
Ja. Jeg tænker lidt, de der trukken der, ikke?
Hvor er han hernede fra?
Ja, jeg føler, jeg er for store, altså jeg føler, jeg lige tager store vækster, når jeg hammer den hårdt ind. Så skal jeg løbe hurtigt frem.
Ja, men det synes jeg egentlig ikke. Det er så kryds. Ja, kryds. Du kan jo spille hans dybe forhånd rigtig meget nu. Ja. Ja. Bare husk med den lige korte maskering med. Ja.
Well, I didn't really understand any of that, Morten, but I tell you what's fascinating to me is the amount of talk in that timeout between the two Danes, the coach and the player. That is not normal for them. Enlighten us further.
Trouble. In the sense that Jan is very, very doubtful about his own ability. He's insecure He doesn't feel he can play. He feels he's got really heavy legs. He's not moving as nicely as he wants. And it's playing on his mind more than anything. So Kennedy's obviously trying to get him back on track, and Jan is saying, but I'm not even there. I'm not there to be able to follow, directions. And then there was a discussion whether Jan said, I want to see if I can survive easily and see if I can fiddle it a bit, these soft shots, and try to get some mistakes from the opponent and don't have to work hard for your points. And Kennedy's saying, you got to work, and you got to really work, and you got to show him that you want to work, and he doesn't know whether you're tired or not. So it's completely contrasting, and that's why you got that impression as you got.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell from the way they were discussing, the length of time they were discussing. There was a very, very animated Kenneth Jonasson at the back of the court, I can tell you. A situation like this, Morten, just, I think, emphasises how much the psychology at the elite level of sport matters, because there's no questioning Jan Jorgensen's capabilities with a racket. We've seen from the opening game, he may not be as quick as he normally is, but he's certainly more than capable of moving around the court all right.
Oh, yes.
And the psychological effect of the doubts in his mind are playing so heavily, it's almost crippling him in his style of play.
I agree. I agree.
Service over. 3-5.
Wide. Now, Coach Jonasson will be very happy with this little passage of play. Great journeys start with the first step. Yeah. I'm watching this, Morten, and I'm having little flashbacks to when I was a player many, many moons ago, because, as you know, I had some serious knee injuries. And you come back from an injury problem, and you're so concerned about it may break down, I may get injured again, and I don't want to have to go through these weeks of physio or operations in my case, and surgeries, and therefore you don't trust yourself. And I got to the stage where I said to myself, I was losing to people I used to be able to beat, and I got to the stage where I said, I just cannot live with myself playing this way. I have to just go for it. If I get injured again,
make or break.
So be it.
Yeah.
And I did get injured again, but I couldn't, but I had to get to that stage where I said, I cannot hold back. I have to just go for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know the Dane well enough. And I'm just looking at this and saying to myself, he has to just say, OK, let's just see what's possible.
I couldn't agree with you more, because as you said, there's no physical hindrance. He can play and he can move. And he's just got to accept in his mind that, okay, I might not be well prepared, but I'm here and I'm in a quarterfinal.
Yes.
I won on a walkover yesterday. Maybe that was a little bit lucky, but I'm here and I'm going to make the best of it. And whether I'm in form, out of form, doubtful, whatever, I'll give it a go. And that's what you were talking about as well.
Exactly.
And that's what he's got to learn.
Yes.
Because you can't play only when you are 110%.
No.
Because that happens so rarely.
Yeah, exactly.
9-7.
Oh, the luck of the neck cord. But there's that jump round the head.
Yeah.
That was the physical effort to get behind the shuttle. That's what you like to see.
He's got to do that
More and more.
more and more, more and more. Because, as I say, otherwise it's just a safe haven. You just play it over there and say, okay, no trouble.
Yeah. So to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Parupalli.
Hvad så? Der er noget, du er i tvivl om. Der er ingen grund til at lade dig gå på af ham. Hvad?
Well, hoping that a change of shirt may bring a change of
Du har
fortune.
rigeligt.
He's a real character, isn't he, with his body art and his ponytail. He's great for the sport of badminton, I have to say.
Og det, du gør. Ikke?
Yes.
Så ved med at spille bolden ind i mellembanen, ikke også? Så Jan, du bliver nødt til at tro på det.
कर रहा है बीच में रैली कर रहा है दैट्स इट
మేబీ ఇది లంచ్ చేసాను అది అందుకోసం వాడు వాడు పేస్ పెంచుతున్నాడు నువ్వు వాడు పేస్ స్లో చేయి వాడు ఈ పుష్ చేస్తాడా ఇటు ఇటు పెట్టి నువ్వు రిథమ్ మారుస్తుండు బాగా చేస్తున్నావు ఆడు అలాగే ఆడు
समटाइम्स रिपीट जो है ना पीछे पुश दोबारा मत कर वो वहीं खड़ा है
Yeah.
Service over 8-11. Thank you. Good. 8-11. Play.
That's what you say.
A bit of wildlife.
That's what you always say. I was just waiting for it.
Yeah, now that's nice. Oh, almost nice. Nice.
Squashed.
Nice and gentle.
That's fine. Play.
So let's see where the belief is. Let's see if he's got the belief. Let's see if he's got the guts to really give it a go. Oh, that's nice. Very, very nice.
Well placed.
You know, I have to say, for everything I've just made comment about, Morten,
8.
it is desperately, desperately difficult to get to that stage where you just say, I've got to give it everything. Because for an athlete, the most drastic thing for an athlete is not being able to compete because of injury. And therefore you sort of think, do I dare take that risk?
Yeah.
Because it's a fine line. You're on the edge. Yeah. And you know, it took me a while to get to that stage where I said, I just cannot play like this anymore. I have to go for it. We've got to remember this is his first tournament back since the World Championships. It probably took me 6 or 7 tournaments after I returned from surgery for me to get into my mind this. I just can't play like this. So, you know, I think maybe I've been a bit harsh. I think maybe.
No. It's just giving a viewpoint, and I think you're very right.
That's nice.
And that's what you have to see from him.
Yeah.
He can do that, and he's got to fight with what he's got on the day, and he's still got lots and lots of ammunition, and he's got to fight with whatever he's got on the day.
Oh, lovely.
That's a nice shot.
Very nice.
Service over, 14-11.
A young fan trying to do his best again. Jan Jorgensen a little more fired up.
But I think since the interval, he's done well.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can close the gap.
He's pushed well along.
15-11.
Oh, my goodness. No, shuttle deflected on the serve. Made it awkward for Jorgensen.
11.
And time is running out for the Dane.
Service over. 12-16.
It's good judgment from Kashyap.
Service over. 17-12.
Yes, very good judgment.
It just brings me back to the first game, because Jan had the chance. He was 18-16 up, and I remember I said, you know, he's not really going for the big kill and
Yes.
with the chances. I'm convinced, I am so convinced that if he had done what he is doing now on these occasions, he would have closed that first game and won it.
Yeah,
And it would have been a completely different match.
yeah.
But he was doubting himself when he had the chance, so he did not go for them. And therefore he lost it, and then he lost it from there. And he should have gone for the big smash when he had the opportunities, because he's got such a good smash and a good attack.
Well, what was that smile about? Was that...
It was the crowd cheering.
Right. I thought for one moment he was smiling at something the coach said, but maybe we shouldn't have a translation of what the crowd was saying.
14-17.
What was that you were saying about his smash?
Yeah, he's got it. He's got the weapon.
Exactly.
And he did not use it when it mattered in that first game. I'm quite surprised the umpire allows him to wait for the crowd to cheer.
Oh, just missed it.
Service over. 18-15.
Good return.
Yes, it was. That's good play by Kashap. That is so good.
Yeah.
The way that he managed to get that all the way to the baseline when Jan is storming in.
Yeah.
That is so
This
good.
one.
Yeah, that's so good. That is really well played. Hats off for that.
Yeah. 2 points away. Kashap Parupalli from the semi-final.
That's out. That's out.
1 point away.
20, match point, 15.
5 match point opportunities for the unseeded Kashap Parupalli. One will do. And the Commonwealth Games gold medalist defeats the European gold medalist. And that's very nice to see the sportsmanship at the end there between the two men. Well, perhaps the psychological doubts from Jan Jorgensen playing too much of a role and affecting his performance too much. But let's not take anything away from this man. Kashap Parupalli was superb today. He's a lovely player to watch. I always enjoy watching him. And it is delightful to see him back to such good form. 42 minutes and he's through to the semi-final, and tomorrow will be his 4th Super Series semi-final. He's never progressed past a semi-final stage. Will it be the Denmark Open where that record is rewritten? Well, of course, that means that quarterfinals day, the action has been completed. It all started with mixed doubles, and the former world champions Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir, twice beaten finalists here at the Denmark Open. Well, they needed 3 games to defeat Mads Koling and Camilla Rutte-Juhl. 21-18 in the deciding game. An hour and 2 minutes. Then we had women's singles, and Sung Ji-hyun beaten finalist last year, the number 4 seed, up against the 2-time World Championship bronze medalist PV Sindhu. This was an excellent match. 2 straight games taking an hour. And for Sung Ji-hyun coming through in the end, 25-23. Had to save a game point in the second game, but came through that second 22-20. It really was an excellent women's singles. Then our attention turned to men's doubles, and the former champions Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen, the Danish home favourites. Well, they had to come back from a game down, not only a game down, but 15-17 down in the second game. And my goodness, how well they played in the end. 21-15 in the deciding game, and the victory was theirs. Then it was women's doubles, and the silver medalists from the recent Asian Games, Matsutomo and Takahashi. Well, it was a tough old battle against the number 7 seeds from Korea. The women's doubles has been exceptional here in Denmark. All 8 seeded players through to the quarter-final stage, but Matsutomo and Takahashi, former finalists here, safely through in 2 games. And then, of course, the hopes of the home nation resting in the men's singles on Jan Jorgensen, the former champion, won the title here 4 years ago. But the number 3 seed, well, coming back from injury, but just didn't have the belief today. And coupled with the fact that Kashyap Parupalli of India, quite simply, was superb. So, disappointment for the Danes to end quarter-finals day, but it has been a magnificent quarter-finals day. Thrilling matches throughout. There is confirmation of all the scores, both the mixed doubles and the men's doubles going the full distance. But now for 2 games in the women's singles, that's a clear indication of how good that was. We hope for the same tomorrow, of course. It's semi-finals day. It's 12 o'clock local time here in Denmark. That is 10:00 GMT from all of us here in Odense, especially from Morten Frost and myself, Jill Clark. We very much hope to see you tomorrow for semi-finals. Bye for now.